Hey y'all, welcome back to our kitchen. I'm Charla and I'm excited to have y'all back here this week. And this is a very special time of year for my husband and I. Last week was my birthday. This week is Tim's birthday. And in about 3 weeks we're going to be celebrating our 1-year anniversary. He's a pilot, and so our time together is more based on quality rather than quantity. And so our time home is very special. And in honor of Entree week, since we're getting close to our anniversary, I wanted to share an entree with you all that is very near and dear to my heart because this is the first meal that I cooked for Tim when we first started dating. It is creamy shrimp pasta, and you're going to absolutely love it. So let's get to cooking. So let's go through some of the ingredients while we get geared up into cooking. First, we're going to start off with 2 pounds of peeled shrimp. I like to peel these because I think it's kind of whenever shrimp gets into the sauce, I don't really want anybody to have to stick their fingers in and peel the shrimp. So these have been peeled and deveined. We're going to saute those in a little bit of olive oil, and then we're going to take them out of our pan and we're going to start working on our sauce, which will be with 2 cans of tomatoes, diced tomatoes. I like to use 1 14.5-ounce can of regular diced tomatoes and then 1 14.5-ounce can of the diced tomatoes with basil, garlic, and oregano. Once we get that up to a simmer, then we're going to add in 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. And we're going to top all of that off onto a bed of 3/4 of a pound of fettuccine. So we've got our water up to a boil. Let's go ahead and add our fettuccine. Tonight I'm actually using linguine because I had it in the refrigerator, but it just goes to show how versatile this recipe is. And while that's cooking, which I like to serve it al dente, so it's going to take about 8 minutes of this to cook up, and that'll be just perfect time for our shrimp to be finished. So we've got all of our pasta in the pot. Let's start working on our shrimp. So what I've done is I've sauteed my shrimp in a little bit of olive oil, and you can see where they're getting all nice and done. I'm going to take them out now and start working on the sauce. This dish is so pretty and simple and tastes so good. I've even doubled the shrimp since I got the recipe because I grew up, we just lost one. Kamikaze shrimp. I've doubled the recipe, or what the original recipe called for in shrimp, because my family's from the coast of Georgia and we eat a lot of shrimp, and I just don't think you should have a shrimp pasta that is more pasta than shrimp. I think every single bite should be a little nibble of shrimp. So that's why I use 2 pounds of shrimp. But I just wanted you to know that this is such an adaptable recipe that if you wanted to, you could use cooked chicken, or if you're vegetarian, you could even leave the meat out altogether. You're not going to miss anything because this is a great meal. So we've got our shrimp. I'm going to cover these up with some tin foil and we'll start working on our sauce. Alright, so we're moving along. I've covered up my shrimp that I sauteed with some tin foil to keep it nice and warm, and added my 2 cans of diced tomatoes into my saute pan, and I've got them on about medium heat to allow them to start to simmer. Like I said, I like to use 1 can of basil, garlic, and oregano flavored diced tomatoes, and then 1 can of the petite diced tomatoes that don't have any flavoring to them. You'll see that it just adds just the right amount of herbs to it that complements the shrimp, and rather than takes it away and makes it just an herb dish. And then you'll also notice, and when we add the cream cheese, It just makes the sauce nice and pink and pretty and creamy, and all of those flavors start to come together, and it's wonderful. You're going to love it. We've got this, it's starting to bubble. I'm going to add in my 4 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. Start to stir so I can see all that cream cheese melting in with the tomatoes. And these tomatoes have been simmering for just a couple of minutes just to get nice and warm. I'm going to continue stirring this until the cream cheese is melted. And then I'm going to add my shrimp back into the pot or the pan. And just let everything get all heated nice and through. By that point, we'll be able to drain off our pasta. I've got my colander all cleaned and ready for it. And we'll put all the final touches on this nice dish. And Tim will have a nice memory, remembering our first home-cooked meal together. Looking forward to all the memories that we're going to make in the future. Y'all, I'm so excited. This meal is almost completely together and it's super quick. Look at the creaminess of this sauce. And the smell with the basil and the oregano and the garlic and the cream cheese. I just think that the cream cheese livens up all the other flavors. It's all nice and melted in, so I'm going to add in our shrimp. Oh, check that out. I'm going to let the shrimp kind of hang out here in the pan, just so everything is brought to up to the same temperature. And while I do that, I'm going to drain, while that's going on, I'm going to drain off our linguine. And we're going to plate it up. Look how beautiful it is. Y'all, I wish you could smell this. I like to serve it family style. I just think that just fosters a lot of great conversation. Now, I've got my linguine, I've got my creamy tomato and shrimp sauce. I'm going to garnish it with some grated Parmesan cheese and fresh basil. We'll be ready to eat. Dinner's ready. Creamy shrimp pasta. I can't wait for Tim and I to have this. We've been celebrating all year the blessing that we have of getting to be together. We're going to celebrate over the next 3 weeks, but I wanted to make sure that we started off with something special. Our first dinner that we had. And for dessert, well, that's a surprise, and y'all have to wait until next week. So thanks again for this great opportunity, and I can't wait to see y'all again soon.